Okay, it is 7 o'clock, so let me call the meeting to order. Thank you, everyone, for coming and participating. And it looks like I'm actually on Hilton Head Island. I'm helping out with the RBC Heritage Golf Tournament. So we've got plenty of bandwidth. If you recall, last June, we tried to do the same thing. The bandwidth failed, and I was not able to participate. Scott, thank you for being ready to jump in and help out. But it looks like we're in good shape for tonight on this particular meeting. First item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. The chair will accept a motion to do so.
Motion.
And I see a second.
Scott.
Okay, is there any discussion about the minutes? If none, let's go ahead and do the vote. All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Thank you very much for doing that.
Was that Scott with the second?
Let's see. I think it was. It was somewhere between Scott and David. Or no,
It's fine. Just
Scott
it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter that much. But one of the two of them. You can report
Give it
both.
to David. He likes.
Yeah, both of them seconded. Okay. Next item is the action item list. There's only one action item on the action item list. And Odell, we have to get your involvement on this one. So Ian's eating. You can eat in front of us too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get for some odd reason I can't get my camera.
Oh,
Got video, but no camera.
huh. Well, as long as you can answer the question.
Oh yeah, I can answer the question.
Ongoing?
Yes, sir. Ongoing in this, again, a living document. Whenever we have anybody that calls in new, we set them up, and Roz in it, she gets nude, she sends to us, and we set them up. So we'll continue doing that.
Okay.
So keep adding new ones.
Okay. With that in mind, we'll leave the action item open, and we'll have it reviewed again next month at our regularly scheduled meeting. Next item on the agenda goes right back to you, Odell. Is Tim going to participate tonight, by the way, Odell?
No, sir.
Okay.
I'm it.
That's fine. I just wanted to make sure we weren't missing anybody.
No.
It's the Republic Report in your solid waste. And normally what we do, Odell, is give you the floor for a few moments and go ahead and talk about how we're doing.
Okay. Well, we can start off with the tonnages for yard waste. Trash and yard waste. The yard waste went back up again this month, as you can see, and the recycling went up some also. And matter of fact, everything went up this month. So, and it gets your conversion rate up to 38% again. So you went up 5% for this month with the yard waste and the recycling tons going back up. So that takes care of that one. It did on the service, had 29 call-ins, 6 on carts and 15 missed pickups this month, 5 on yard waste, 1 on recycling, 2 on bulky, but overall another pretty good month. And again, as you can see, your total percent for drive-bys is 0.005. So another good month again with service, unless Miss Ross has any complaint.
Okay.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah. Raj, you agree?
Yep, that looked good this month. Yes.
Okay. Comments or questions?
Keep up the
Report,
good work.
Odell.
Thank you. Will do.
Okay, David, you said something. Go ahead and repeat it.
Keep up the good work.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay. I'm going to add in one from my own wonderful neighborhood. Odell, you know about this. One of my neighbors filled up their yard waste container with dirt.
Yes, sir.
And it's still sitting out there as far as I know.
Okay.
And the neighbor, I don't know what the neighbor's going to do with it. But there's no a yard waste in there, it is dirt. It's a cotton picking thing may weigh 1,000 pounds
Yeah.
with that much dirt in it. So at some point, Roz, you may have to get Carlo to go out there and tell them that they can't just leave the container out in the street. I don't know
Yeah,
how
when you
to-
get tired of looking at it, write to Carlo or write to me, and I'll send it to him
Okay.
with the address.
Okay, will do, because it's been sitting out there for several weeks now. And Odell, one of your crew tagged it one time, and you'll go from there. Anything else on the Republic side? Oh, I'm sorry, Odell.
No, I'm good. I'm good on my end.
Okay.
I have a question. Did Republic tag the yard waste container full of dirt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I mean, I can verify that. I saw the tag. I don't know that the neighbor was real happy about that. I can't speak to that subject. They're new neighbors. They've just moved in. And I really don't know them yet. I've just waved at them, and that's been about it. They're most of the block down the street. So haven't had an occasion to run into them and meet them yet. Okay. Is there anything else for Odell?
Sorry about the camera tonight. I had to work on that tomorrow. I'll see what's going on with it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That might be much more of an issue for you and how you manage Republic, not us. But, yeah, we want to get that done.
Yes, sir.
If there are none, at this particular point, Odell, you're welcome to work on your camera issue and finish off whatever you've been munching on.
I will.
And we will talk to you next month. Thank you very much for participating tonight.
All right. Everybody have a good
Thank
evening.
you, Odell.
Stay safe. Thank y'all.
Good night, Odell.
Take care. Good night.
Is there anything else under waste issues?
No.
Okay, hearing none. Let's move on to physical agents. I am not aware of any issues related to that. Roz, have we had anything through the police department that you're aware of?
Haven't heard of anything lately. No.
Okay. The only thing that I'm hearing more and more loud cars, and it's not their radios, it's their muffler systems. I don't know if you're hearing it, but I seem to be hearing more and more of them on 51. Ollie, you might be catching some of them.
Oh, absolutely.
It's become cool for kids to remove the mufflers off their cars. I have a teenager myself, and a lot of his friends have cut the mufflers off their cars.
Well, let me tell you something you can do. I did this as a kid, so I know this. If the muffler can be disconnected, so you put a coat hanger underneath there to hold the muffler pipe, and you just take a stick and knock it loose, and run it wide open, and then when you get home, you can push it all back together, and everybody's happy.
Ollie, you're giving people secrets.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ollie, I thought you were going to give some way of how to prevent the noise.
Ollie, okay. We now know what Ollie was doing when he was younger. I'm not aware of anything else in the noise side or anything, and working from there. Next item on the agenda is stormwater issues. Any issues there?
Everything here is working well.
Yeah. I do want to comment just as an update. You may remember it's been most of the year when we had the Colonial Pipeline spill located up in the upper part of the county.
Sure.
That is still ongoing and probably will be for several years. The quantity, the gallons of gasoline that were leaked is now well over 200,000 gallons. So it's going to be a cleanup project that will probably be going on for many, many years.
So how are they meeting? How are
We
they?
don't expect anything here in the Matthews area.
Okay. I'll answer Ollie's question first. As far as I know, we have no pipelines of similar size or capability. David, you wanted to make a comment.
How are they remediating the soil?
It's
Generation or pump and treat?
soil vapor extraction at the moment. They have 4 soil vapor extraction systems in place right now, as far as I know. The groundwater has not been seriously impacted as far as I know, but I think that study is still pretty early in the process. They have a number of people. The spill occurred up along the, it's the Concord Huntersville Road. I think that's 73. And they have several people up there who are on wells for their personal homes, and they have moved them on to community water systems. I think everybody within 1,500 feet of the spill is now on a community water system. They've already moved them over. But that only involves something on the order of half a dozen or so homes. Okay, anything else on stormwater? Hearing none. Air quality, David, we'll give you the floor.
The only thing the county's done in Matthews is they received a notification of minimal asbestos removal from the warehouse near the intersection of 51 and Monroe Road.
And that's under the NESHAPS program. The national, David, what does NESHAP stand for? National
Emission Standard for Hazardous Air Pollution.
There you go. You have to excuse me. I'm trying.
CFR 60, the original NESHAP.
Yeah, I'm trying to forget all that stuff. Okay, so it's there. On the ozone side of things, the interesting one on that one, David, you brought it up. Go ahead and explain it.
Which?
The Code Orange Day.
Oh. They've declared 2 Code Orange days for ozone, neither of which panned out. The highest ozone reading we've had has been 90 at both of the ozone monitors.
And that's the AQI, not the parts per million.
That's the AQI, yes.
Okay. Just a note, the county commissioners are now aware that last year's ozone season was remarkably low for Mecklenburg County. That was done in a presentation in the last couple of days. It was there. Any other questions or issues on air quality? Ollie, we're getting this one done quick.
The only issue is the congestion issue around the schools due to people carpooling rather than using the bus transit.
And that's become an issue again. As a matter of fact, David, you reported to Mecklenburg County that it's actually gotten to the point where the cars are out on 51.
I reported it to Mecklenburg County. I also reported it to, I forgot her name.
I hope it's Susan Rodriguez McDowell.
No. To the transportation planner in Rod's shop.
Oh, that's Dana.
Dana, yes.
Yep. But you feel free to go to Susan Rodriguez McDowell. She's our county commissioner for our district. And that should get her moving. The same thing's happening at other schools, by the way. The one you're talking about, David, is Elizabeth Lane, which is near where you live. It's happening in other schools around the community. I've noticed it quite a bit.
Yes.
Town of Matthews did a lot of work last year to get that all sorted out, so that wasn't happening. So you've notified Dana recently?
Yes, many times.
I know within the last 2 weeks, David?
When school started 4 days a week,
About 2 weeks
I
ago.
went out there. I did traffic observations. I did a couple traffic counts. I notified her of the backup. I offered pictures. I identified maybe 5 issues and responses that would alleviate those issues. She said that she wanted to wait until, quote, the beginning of the school year ended, which was that time between when they started 4 days a week and when they had spring break. And she said after spring break, she will take a look at it or look into it.
And I would propose that Matthews Elementary, Providence, which is right on our edge, Butler, Crestdale, all have the same general issues.
Also, that elementary school with the intersection of Sam Newell and at the end of Sam Newell.
Yeah. What's the name of that school?
Crown Point? No.
Crown Point, yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so Ian,
I think it's
you and your colleagues need to get on the bus instead of driving to school or having mom and dad drive you to school. And it's there. This is several years ago. I did a calculation on that. It was a real rough back of the envelope type calculation. But in Mecklenburg County, I got some numbers about how many students are not bused. And using that plus some basic information, it runs up to about 2, maybe 3 parts per billion ozone, come nothing but from the school system. And
that is increased exponentially.
It very well may have, David. This was done several years ago.
Based on my observations, it has.
Yeah.
I didn't. What I'm planning on doing is contacting Megan of the county to find out what the CO2 carbon dioxide equivalents are for idling vehicles. Because it looks like Elizabeth Lane has about 200 vehicles in the carpool line.
Right. And when I did my calculation, I did not include any idling or anything. I just included a straight mileage drop-off and pickup scenario.
Yeah, and from what I've observed, there are 200 vehicles idling for 30 minutes per pickup or drop-off.
Yeah. So, Roz, if we could ask you to check with Dana and make sure she's starting to think about it, that would be useful.
Well, is it the end of spring break yet?
Yes.
Yeah, that should have ended this past Monday.
Yeah, I'll check with her. Yeah.
Okay. And again, bring up the other schools that are located in the community. And then we're going to provide a very reasonable resource in Ian. He's going to be the one who's going to talk to the colleagues at the schools and see what's going on and what's happening.
Personally, from personal experience, the whole appeal of like the carpool is that you're not being picked up.
Say it louder, Ian. We can't hear you very well.
The whole appeal of the carpool is that, well, with high school, you're not being picked up very, very early in the morning, and you have to wake up before that bus gets to you. I take the bus from school to home, but I carpool in to school because that bus just comes way too early for me.
And that's a very legitimate concern.
Yep.
So, Ian, good job of taking the bus home, because that is when the air pollution has the greatest impact. Since you get out of school at 1 o'clock?
1:45. I'm actually in full remote this year, but last year was 2:45.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else under air quality? Hearing none, is there any other business before the committee? Let me recognize Ollie for his famous motion.
Second.
Before I make my motion, I know you're doing the golf tournament, and you need to put some sunscreen on your nose and your cheeks, and you can see exactly where your hat is. Other than that, I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
And I put the sunscreen on. Is there a second?
Second.
Second that.
All in favor? We will meet again in May.
May 11th.
Okay.
May 11th. Okay, have a great evening, everyone.
Yeah.
See you May 11th. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks, Ollie.